Hello class, I am Miss Shirley and I'm going to be your teacher for today. Rise and shine everyone! Are you ready for new discoveries? How are you class? Good? We thank you for responding to me. Okay, so for our finals, we will be discussing Philippine literature on its different timelines. And I'm going to show you a picture and please tell me what timeline you think we are about to discuss for today. You may click or raise hand on your screen, okay, if you want to answer. There is the photo. A man is holding a cross. Yes, Miss Brotas. Those are Spaniards. It is a Spanish colonial times. So that's right, Miss Brotas. Thank you. For today, we will be discussing Philippine literature during the Spanish colonial times. It happens during 1865 up to 1898. Many Filipinos might think that Spanish colonization started in 1521 where Magellan discovered Pakistan. But in fact, it is an accepted belief that the Spanish colonization of the Philippines started in 1565 during the time of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. He was the first Spanish Governor General in the Philippines. So during his time, literature started to flourish. At the end of the lesson, the learners are expected to describe the Philippine literature during the Spanish colonial period, enumerate writers who contributed to the flourishing of literature, name and analyze literary genres and pieces. So what the colonizers brought anew in Philippine literature? First, printing press or printing was introduced by the Dominicans in 1593. Just 28 years after the arrival of the Spaniards, Father Domingo Nieva built the first printing press with the help of Chinese printer Peng Yu. It was a simple stylographic press, but it meant the first step to the publication of 100 of books in the Philippines. It was followed by the introduction of theater, plays, and drama such as Nakulo, Sarsuela, and many more. So we will discuss those later. Number 3, teaching of Christian doctrine. Number 4, ancient literature was collected and translated to Tagalog and other dialects. Number 5, literature. We have religious and secular prose and poetry. So we will discuss literary writers and of course their works. We have of course none other than Dr. Jose Pinzan. He used pen names such as Laong Laan and Dimasalang. So no Limitante and El Filibusterismo is quite familiar with the class since it was already discussed by the Filipino teacher when you were in high school or in your junior high. Am I right? So in those novels, the society is urged to what? To open its eyes to reality and rebel against the Spanish government for its oppression and abuse. So number 2, we have Mi Ultimo Adios or My Last Farewell. It is the poem about his impending death as he wanted to honor his homeland for which he was giving his life. Rizal also this poem to say goodbye to his friends, his family, and his loved ones. So La Juventud Filipina is an inspiring poem that states that the Filipino youth are capable of great heights. It urges the Filipino youth to reach their potential by harnessing their skills and talents for the betterment of our countrymen. Number 2, we have Marcelo H. Del Pilar. He used Plaridel, Football, Piting Dilag, and Dolores Manapan as his pen name. He used to write Kaingat Kayo, it is a satire, written by satire. It was use of humor, irony, exaggeration to expose and criticize people's stupidity. So in the 19th century, he used to write this to criticize the Spanish government. Number 3, we have Rociano Lopez Jaina. He was the founder of La Solidaridad. What is La Solidaridad? It was an organization created in Spain on December 13, take down notes, 1888, composed of Filipino liberals exiled in 1872 and students attending Europe University. Number 4, we have Mariano Ponce. He used pen names such as Canipulaco, Tikbalang, and Nani. So, used to write ang alamat ng Bulacan. Okay, you may read alamat ng Bulacan and other readable materials on the link I provided on our YouTube. And lastly, we have Pedro Paterno. He used to write Binay. It was the first social novel in Filipino. So despite of the negative literary criticism, Binay is still an important novel because it was both an effort and a gap filler in the literary history of the Philippines. So the novel concentrated on the cultural aspect and characteristics of the Filipino people. We have literary genres such as poetry. Number 1, the Passion, that I know everybody knows this one. So the Passion, it was a commemoration of Christ's agony and resurrection at Calvary. It used to perform during Semana Santa. Number 2, we have magical romances. It was awit at Corrido. Awit is a fabricated form writer's imagination. Set and characters are European. It refers to chanting. So example of this is Florante at Lara, that I know class you are quite also familiar with this since when you're high school it was already discussed by your Filipino teacher. Number 2, we have Corrido. It was usually based what? Based on European legends. It refers to narration. Example of this is Ibong Adarna. I know class you are also familiar with Ibong Adarna. We have prose. Prose consists mostly of didactic pieces and transitions of religious writings and in foreign languages, such as novenas and, of course, the biographies of saints. The example of this is Barlan of Josaphat. It was a conversion to Christianity of a young Indian prince with the help of Josaphat. With the help of the holy man Barlan. We have religious and recreational plays such as Panunuluyan. It was a Tagalog version of Mexican Posadas. It dramatizes Joseph and Mary's search for lodging in Bethlehem because Mary is going to be urged to crime. So it held obviously on Christmas Eve. We have Cenaculo that I know you are all familiar with. It is a dramatization of passion and death of Jesus Christ. We have Salubong or Panubong. It was an Easter play. It is the meeting of risen Christ and his mother. We have Sarsuela. It was the father of drama. It is a play with songs and dances. It's usually written in prose. It contains 1 to 5 acts. It depicts the vagaries of romantic love among idealized Filipino characters. So everyone, thank you for listening. So any questions? None? Okay, good. So you may answer our activity. Answer quiz number 1 on our Edmodo. It is a 20-item quiz. You may answer it until today, 10 p.m. So I know that we still have time. So I want you guys to have your reflection paper with this format. So reflection, so based on what we have discussed about Philippine literature during Spanish colonial period, I realized that, what have you realized? What does these Spaniards, our colonizers, contribute to the flourishing of Philippine literature? So you might send it by a word file or send it by a direct message on the messenger account. So thank you everyone. Have a blessed day ahead. See you next week. Okay? Thank you.